Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. So today I am going to continue our series on how to start and build your business on high level. And today is actually part 6. So if you've missed any of the training up until now, you want to go click the link in the description of this video, or you can go to myvisionagency.com/help. You can search for start in the box here, and you'll see this article, Start and Build Your Business on High Level. When you scroll down here, you'll see all of the different series that we've created and the graphics that I shared with you. You're also going to see that checklist that I showed here. That we're going to go through all the steps of setting up our business, and you'll see all of the resources that I have provided throughout the training, different help docs and things. Okay, so today we're on step 6, which is start getting leads right away. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you today. And you can see this little graphic here is going to kind of explain to you what we're actually doing. Okay, so I'm going to blow this up here so that you can see it a little bit better. And what we're trying to do is we're actually going to attract our customer, okay? But we're going to do this in multiple different ways and stages, all right? So the very first thing that we want to do is we want to actually scrape emails. We're actually going to scrape emails. We're going to start sending emails, but these aren't just any emails. They're specific emails that are our perfect customer, okay? So, what we're going to do with those emails is we are also going to be creating organic content. You need to, even if you're doing paid ads or whatever your strategy is, when your customer is looking for your business, they want to see that you have some content. You want to have a social media presence because that helps to build the trust and the know, like, and trust factor, right? So, we are generating these emails, we are sending the emails, we are going to retarget them with ads, and we are also going to be providing organic traffic. This is the basic strategy that we want to be using in our business. So I'm going to X out of this, but again, you can go back to that article there and you can check that out if you want to. So, what I want to do today is if we go to our checklist here, we're going to connect the AI lead system. That's how we're going to get the email addresses of our perfect customer. And then we're going to use the lead system to get leads and send campaigns. Now, we've been building up to this point this entire system. So, I want to just briefly remind you what we're doing. We have a commission free restaurant ordering system, and our target customer is a restaurant owner who does not have online ordering outside of like Grubhub and different things. Okay, so this is our landing page, our video. They're going to register here, they're going to become a lead, and then they're going to create an account. They're going to go through all of our onboarding process here. So, for example, cold outreach, we're going to send them these emails. We're going to just simply tag them. We're going to update the contact field. We're going to add them to a pipeline. We're going to start dripping this because remember, you need to drip these out when you have a brand new email address, brand new email sending domain. All of that is new, so we want to make sure to drip. And if you add this drip step to your workflows, this will ensure that 10 more are getting sent out than were before. So even if I was to push 25,000 leads through this workflow, only 10 are going to go out, 10 more than what went out the day before. Okay. So that's really important when you have a brand new email address. You want to warm that up. Okay. So I have all of this built out. And remember, if you're a member of our program, you're going to get access to this snapshot and everything that I'm showing you today. Okay. So once they register, then of course we have the manage the leads and all of these things we've created together up to this point. Okay, so our whole system is ready to go. And now we just need to find the leads. So I'm going to go now. And the very first thing that I want to do is I want to go to, you can go to myvisionagency.com and you're going to want to click here and register for your 200 free leads. Or if you're a member of our program, you'll see the access and the done for you setup. Okay. So you want to click here, and this is actually my exclusive offer through White Label Suite. So you're going to get a 30-day free trial of White Label Suite, and you're also going to get 200 free leads that you can generate with the system. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to take those free leads and you are going to get your system set up here. All right. So I'm going to go now to AI leads, and you'll see in the instructions when you sign up how to get this set up, but it's really, really simple. I just have this added to my HighLevel account as a custom value link. or a custom menu link. And the very first thing that you do once you want to get logged in is you want to go into integrations. And here you're going to choose the CRM that you want to connect this to. So, what sub account do you want this to be connected to? So I could give it a name and then I need the API address. Okay. So it's real easy to grab the API. You just need to go to the business profile. You're going to scroll down here and you're going to click on the clipboard, which is going to copy your API. You're going to take it right back to the lead system. You're going to go into integration. You're going to give it a name and then paste your API there. Now, once you have that connected, the very first thing that you want to do is create a campaign. Okay, so I'm going to add a campaign. Now, we need to figure out who is our perfect target audience, right? And we've discussed this in the previous training. So it's restaurant business owners, restaurant owners who do not have a website. But how do I tell the system that, right? So I'm just going to say restaurants, and I like to organize this by like the restaurant and the state. Okay. So that's typically how I've been setting this up. You can organize your campaigns however you want to. It really, the purpose of it is just to keep you organized, right? So I'm going to say Illinois. Okay. I think I spelled that right. I am a horrible speller. Okay. So Illinois. And now I want industry. Okay. You can search by industry, you can search by people, or you can even do a single search if you have like a website and you want to find multiple people who work at that business. Okay. So I'm just going to say restaurants in Illinois because I already have some of the other. And now what I need to do is do a search. So I'm just going to say restaurant, and I could say Mexican restaurant. I could say Chinese food restaurant. I could say whatever I want. But just for the sake of this training, I'm just going to say restaurant. And now I need to choose a location. So I want to type in Illinois. And the way that this works is the same way that like Google Maps works. So if you type in, Google Maps is very based on like subdivision, right? So when like you're searching, if you're in Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're searching Mexican restaurant near me, it's going to look for all of those in Indianapolis because that's how the listing is set up. So if you search for just Illinois in the US, and I'm going to go ahead and search restaurant here, okay, you'll see that when we actually create this search, it's not going to give us very many selections. Okay. And the reason is because it's just picking out everything in Illinois and we want to be more specific. Okay. So you can see, and I want to show you these steps here. Add the sub account API, connect to the CRM, which we have not done yet, and then we're going to do the search. Okay. Now, of course, you have not used this yet, most of you. So I just wanted to make sure to explain to you how it works. So we're doing our search here, okay? But before we can even start sending leads and to campaigns and any of that, we need to connect this search or this campaign to our CRM because we have only connected the actual system to the CRM, okay? But we have not connected this campaign to the CRM. So what's really cool is I could actually have multiple sub accounts that I'm working in, and I could send those leads like restaurant in Illinois, I could send that to one sub account, or I could send the restaurants in Ohio to another sub account. So because we have the ability to do that, that also requires us to tell the system where we want these leads to go to. So I'm going to go to settings now, and you'll see that I have two CRMs connected here. Okay, so I have my Vision Agency demo, and then I have Order Easy Menus. I want to toggle this on because this is the one that I want to create. Okay, so not that one. I want to make sure that I'm using the correct one because when I send these leads into my CRM, I want to make sure that it's going into the correct sub account. Now, something else that's really cool here are the tags. You'll see here if I go to this campaign and I go into the settings that I do have a tag here and it's cold outreach. Okay. Now, this cold outreach tag, all of the contacts in this campaign are going to be sent to my HighLevel account. It's going to show up right here in the contacts tab. And I want all of those contacts to have this tag because this tag is what triggers my automations. Okay. So I want to show you that just to make sure that we're all on the same page and everyone understands what's happening here. So we have the cold outreach campaign, and you'll see here the trigger of this campaign is the cold outreach tag. So any tag that I add there, I could have hundreds of campaigns for all kinds of different business owners. As long as I'm putting the correct tag there, it's going to trigger the correct campaign. Okay, so I'm going to go back here now to my lead system. I'm going to go into my Illinois campaign. I'm going to go to the settings, and we want to make sure that we have the correct CRM selected. And I'm going to say cold outreach because this is a valid campaign for this campaign. It is a valid campaign for these leads. And now I'm going to give it a source. And again, your source can be anything. It doesn't even have to be really anything, but I'm going to say white label lead system. And let's just say Illinois. Okay, and save. So that way I know when all of these leads go into the system, I know they're going to be tagged with cold outreach. And then it's also in their profile, it's going to say the source where they came from. Okay. Now, of course, I could also send this data to an outgoing webhook. I have some other options with OpenAI. I can create an intro generator. This is really important as well. And this is where you want to basically tell the system about your business. So if I go into this option here and I go into settings and intro generator, you'll see that I have this set up. What's your business name? What's your website? What do you sell? Who does it help? What does it do for them? And the contact person and your personality. Okay. So what's cool about this is when you're doing this search, you can generate these. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, but you can generate these descriptions and summaries and things like that. And everything is based on your business profile. Okay. So you'll see that I toggled this off here. Now, this is actually a super cool function that I am so grateful for because I used to do these demos a lot. And when you're using them, you're doing the demo. It is live, real data. Okay, so this is a real restaurant. This is their real contact information, real phone number. And so a lot of times, like YouTube especially, will block the video. So I hope that's not happening, but they will block the video when you're sharing personal or contact information because it does go against their terms of service. So if you're doing these videos like this, or if you see that mine are, the asterisks are they're blocked out, it's for that reason. We just want to remain compliant with all of the social media platforms. I do see someone on Facebook that says, I can see it. Yeah, you're going to see it. You're just not going to see if I click here for the contact information, for example, if I go here and I go to show contacts, and you're not going to see the actual email address and the phone number. Okay. So it's blocked out there, and that's for that reason. Okay. So the email address is blocked out. If I was to uncheck this, it would show all of that info. Okay. So once we have pulled in our search, but before I even go that far, okay, what I want to do, I have this set up here. Let me go into this one actually. And I'm pulling in all of the leads. All right. Now you'll see here that I have a total of 242 leads. Only 76 of them have an email address and 166 have no email address. Now that doesn't mean that just because these don't have an email address that they're not good leads for me. All right. So what I want to do is I want to actually, before I even start, and you'll see the instructions right here, before you even start, do that search that we just did. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll down when you're doing the search and you're going to see load more. So let's actually go back here. Let's go to a new search and let's type in restaurants. So I'm going to type in basically the same search that I always do. And then we're going to do restaurant here, but we're going to pick another location. All right. So I'm going to do restaurants and we are in Indiana. So I'm just going to type in Indiana and I'm going to see if it gives me any results. So right now we have Indianapolis, Indiana. So that would be a good place to start because remember, we want to choose like the subdivisions. However, I have done Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for restaurants. So what you want to do is you want to actually just look around here. Okay. You type in the biggest cities. You can even do like a Google search to see what are the most populated cities in Indiana. Okay. And then you can literally just go through the list. Or you could click around here and you'll see, for example, Irvington. Okay. So Irvington is a little like subdivision outside of here. I can even scroll in to the list here if I want to. And I could choose, even if I don't even know the area. Okay. So I can choose any of these specific areas like Garden City or Westlake. So let's just look for um, Westlake. Westlake. Okay, so we have Westlake, and I'm going to do a search, and you'll see when you choose those really, like the subdivisions. Now we have so many more options, right? So I'm going to select all of these, and you'll see now that we've done this search. If I scroll down here, you'll see load more results. So this is what I want to do every time I do a search of these areas. So I'm going to choose the area. I'm going to do load more. And you'll see that when I do this, my leads generated count goes up. Okay. So I am using, if you purchased 1,000 leads, you will see your leads go up. Now, the reason that it is like this, instead of just, doing like all of Indiana and pulling in all of the searches, is you would quickly use your 1,000 leads that you had for the month if you decide to choose a paid plan. And not all of them would be the leads that you want. So you really want to go through this really well and make sure that you're not just sending a bunch of random irrelevant leads. Okay. So what I want to do now that I've done this lead search, and of course you want to go and, choose a state and go all around it, choose all of these little areas all around it, get all of the leads. Now, once you get a list of your leads, you're going to go into the campaigns here, and you'll see again, now we have 297 leads, we have 89 emails found, and then we have 208 of emails not found. So, what I would do when you first get started, go to all of the emails here and I would download. Okay. You could even do a total here if you want to. And then I would download. So, I would go to select all of the leads that you want to select all 297 records, and then go ahead and download them as a CSV. Okay. Now, the reason that you want to download, you can choose a folder that you want to put them in. The reason that you want to download is because the way that I do this, and there's 101 ways of doing something, is I want to go through and delete all the ones that are not relevant clients. Now, that doesn't mean, or relevant leads for this offer. Okay. That doesn't mean that I won't ever be able to use them again. It doesn't mean that maybe I have additional offers like running paid ads that maybe this person would be, or this business would be great for, but I want to download all of those and keep them to the side because for this offer that I am remaining focused on, I need a specific type of restaurant business owner. So the more specific that I make this list, the better my ads are going to be when I use this list to retarget all of them on Facebook. Okay. And that's what we're going back to here. We're creating this very good list here, and we're going to be retargeting them with ads on social media. All right, so now going back here, let's go through this together. Okay, so here I have this first lead here, and what do I know about them? Okay, so we have the email address. There is their name and address. We have the native lead search here. We have the generate summary. So if you connect your API there, you'll see that you can actually generate a summary if you wanted to call this business, and you would know something about this business. What's really cool too is you can actually insert the summary into your campaigns. There's training on all of that. You can generate an intro there. So that's really helpful. And then you can also generate even a subject line. And all of these things that you're generating can be included in your campaigns if you chose to do that. Now, this snapshot does not have it set up like that because you would have to go through each of the leads and generate that to include it. So that just takes a lot of time. I wouldn't set up a snapshot that way. So we actually see the ratings here. Okay, so we can see what their reviews are. We see their website, their phone number. We can add any contacts that we want to by clicking this button here, and it adds it to their profile. And then we have the show contacts here, and it would show all of the email addresses and employees within that business that are listed, and then also when it was created. And you'll see the little option here to delete. So you'll see here that we're connected to the CRM up here. We can also adjust our settings here if we need to, and we could add a custom URL if we needed to do that. Okay, so when we're prospecting, we want to ask ourselves, is this a good customer for us? So the first thing I want to do is I want to click here and go to their website, because the main thing that I want to know is, do they have an online ordering system? Okay, so it looks like it's a pretty nice restaurant, so the chances they have an online ordering is probably good. It says order now, so I'm just going to click here because this is the problem. They will say order now, and then when you go down here, it's really not their own ordering system. It's they're using links for Uber Eats and Grubhub and DoorDash. Okay, so they are really a great customer for us because they do not have their own online ordering system. They're only using Grubhub. So we know that this person or this restaurant owner, we can save them 30% on their 30, we can actually increase their sales by 30% because we're reducing their commission using that sale on or that ordering system on every single customer they have. They really should only be using that on the first customer, because after that the customer is going back to their website to order, right? So this is why this is so important and such a great value for these restaurant owners. So what I'm going to do is, this is a great customer for me, so I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to go ahead and send them to my CRM. Okay, so now I've sent that customer to my CRM, and you'll see if I show up here. Now let me toggle this on because this is my other um, here we go. This is my other blur option. If I get a lot of questions about this, I use HL Pro Tools for my agency. This is one of the tools that they give us to use, as well as all of this. So if you're with HL Pro Tools, I do have a special offer. If you go to bridgetbartlett.com, if you're not, but they do have this privacy mode on there, which does really help as long as you turn it on before you switch screens, unlike I just did. So anyway, you would see here, if I didn't have all this blurred out, again, this is real information, but you would see that that lead that I just sent to my CRM landed right here. You'll see the cold outreach tag. And if I was to click in the profile, you'd see that that first email got sent out. Okay. So that's how that works. And that's why it is so, so cool that we have the AI lead system that integrates so seamlessly into HighLevel. So let's go back here now and let's do some more lead gen. Okay. So we've chosen our first customer. You can see we have lots to go through here. We want to go through all the email ones first. Now, honestly, what I do at the very first step is I go through and I want to choose all of the ones that I know are not a good option for me. Outback Steakhouse, TGI Fridays, they're all huge chains, and I know that they are definitely not going to be a great option. Pizza Hut, all of these companies, they have their own, website and all of these things. So I'm just going to go through Fogo de Chao, obviously. And I just want to delete all of these. Okay, so once I've selected all of those I want to delete, I'm just going to go create, or I'm sorry, click delete. And then now that is all done. Okay. Now I could, if I want to, I could expand this here and I could go through this list, showing 100. So you can see like Taco Bell. We don't want Taco Bell there. Taco Bell does not need our ordering system, so they are not a good company. But this is also good why, maybe you just want to right away just download the list because you've already generated the leads. So you may as well keep them. You just have no idea like how in the future you may be able to utilize those. And if nothing else, you can definitely create the lookalike audiences if you have an opportunity that's good for them. Okay, not that one. We do what on the border. So I'm just going through. And we're going to delete all of these that are not good customers. So if you guys have any questions up to this point, definitely let me know in the chat here. I just don't want to like breeze over this because I want to make sure this is the hardest part that people struggle with is they're like, "Oh, how do I, what do I do with it? Like, how do I determine like who my customer is and all of that?" Okay. And then how do I actually find the leads? And then when I find the leads, what do I do with them? Okay. So I'm going to go up here now. I'm just going to delete all of these. Okay. So let's continue to go through the list. And I just want to walk with you through the process. Okay. So we've talked about now what to do with your total leads. Just download them. Okay. Download them, save them for later. You obviously want to go through the emails found because those are going to be the ones you can actually contact and send emails to, and those are also going to be the ones that are, of course, going to end up in your list for your lookalike audiences and custom audiences. Okay. And then now we have the email not found. Okay. So what do we do with these? If I'm going to go ahead and blur this out again. So what do we do with these? Most of these, and you may be surprised to find out, these are actually really great leads because lots of times these leads here, they have an email address, but it's usually like a Gmail address and it's not on their website anywhere. It's usually like on their Facebook profile. And so these are not just throwaway leads. Okay. These are really good. They also, you have their phone number. You might just call them and, try to do the sales pitch online. But we see that this business here, they have great reviews and they have a lot of them. And so obviously they understand the importance of that. So let's click on their website and you'll see that this is a copy of our ordering system. Okay. So they're actually using the system that we are promoting, which is good to see, right? Because we want to see like how, are people using this system? What other systems are people using? And so this is really good to know. All right. But obviously, this is not a good business for us because they're already using our solution. So I'm just going to go ahead and just delete them from my list. Okay. Now, the next one here, you'll see, we'll look at the website here and it shows our menu. And I don't see anything that shows like where it could be ordered. And you'll notice this a lot. And these are really great customers for our solution. So I'm going to X out of that. And this is a good solution, but there's no email address. So what I want to do is I want to utilize these social media channels. So I'm going to click here and I want to look on their social media and I want to see if I can find an email address or contact information or something like that. And I actually don't see that here. So of course, I could decide at this point if this was just a really great lead. Maybe I want to track them down. Maybe what I want to do is go up here and I want to send a message to this business and I want to say, hey, do you have a place where I can order online? Because that kind of makes you sound like a customer, but also it gets you the information that you want. So they're more likely to answer you. But this is also, if you want to use that strategy, this is also why it's important and why I talked yesterday about setting up these profiles for your business so that you are actually engaging as your business. Okay. So I didn't see any contact information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and delete that. Okay. So now we're moving on to the next one. So I'm going to click here and let's see if this is even a good customer for us. So you can see the pattern here. Okay. Are they a good customer? Do we have an email address? And then we're moving on. Okay. So let's see. There's no, it says call to place an order. Oh, I wish restaurant owners knew how much money they were losing doing that. So we don't see that. So let's go to the Facebook page. And I don't see, typically they will have like a Gmail address or something like that. But again, I could message them if I need to. Um, let's look at the Instagram here. I don't see an email address, but again, I could message them. But I'm just going to say, for the sake of this is a no-go. All right, so I am moving on. Let's try this customer here. So I'm going to look at their website and we'll see our menu. That's usually the first place I go to. And it's just a PDF where you download, which that's really great because our solution, they can just simply upload their menu into the system, and then the system actually generates their menu from the PDF. Okay, but there is no email address. Okay, so let's see here. Let's just snoop it out. Okay, so we actually do see an email address here. Okay, so I'm going to take this now. This is what I was hoping to find. I want to take this now and I want to go back here, and on this contact, I'm actually going to paste in the email address that we found and I'm going to click create. And now that's updated that contact. Okay, so if I go to email found, now that contact will be in there. We can send that to I think it was this one. We could send that to our CRM and it will automatically start that campaign. Okay. So that's what we want to do. We just want to go to the total list, download. When I go through the email list first, we want to see all of the ones who are not customers and delete them. And then we want to contact or go through and filter all of the customers that do meet our criteria. And then, of course, start a campaign. Then we want to go through the email not found and we want to do some investigation, and we want to see if we can make contact with them. And then, of course, we can decide what to do from that point on. Do we want to move them here or maybe just delete them? Okay. So from that point on, you're going to go to the contacts. It's going to trigger those automations. And now we are not doing anything, right? We're going, if you see the automations, we go to cold outreach and we go here, then you will see that all of the emails that we're sending out, they're building up here and then they're sending 10 this day, 10 the next day, 10 the next day, 10 the next day until the campaign is complete, where it will tag them with newsletter. And then we will send them emails periodically with newsletter. If they decide to contact us, it's going to be in the conversations tab there, and we can correspond with them. We have all of our business set up and ready to go. This is what you want to do. Really, honestly, I would say this is a great strategy to do month one and month two. Okay. This is going to help you move slowly. It's going to help you, like, as the leads start coming in, you're going to be able to see where are they falling off. You're going to be able to analyze all of that traffic. You're also going to be able to create a really great list of at least 2,000 leads to get a really good lookalike audience or custom audience. And then you can actually, even these exact customers that we just looked up, if they never respond via email, we still have them in our list and we can retarget them. So now they're seeing email after email from our business, and now they're seeing Facebook ads about our business. And so we're helping that brand awareness, and we're building that know, like, and trust factor, encouraging them to take action, as well as even people that meet that same criteria that we didn't see with a lookalike audience. Okay. So this is a great way of launching slowly to understand the system, understand your perfect target audience, and then we can scale with the paid ads. Okay. So we're going to talk all about that tomorrow. So thank you all so much for joining me. Remember, if you want to get access to this article here, just go to myvisionagency.com/help. And you can search for start in the search box, and you'll see this whole article here and all of those resources I have available for you. If you did want to join our program, you can join as a new or a current HighLevel member. You can choose that, or you can just get the 200 free leads that I talked about. And all of that can be at myvisionagency.com. So thank you all so, so much for joining me. And I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see you there.